Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. To throw is Ward on 1st and 10. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Ward throwing on 1st down. A screen to Bell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And some room to maneuver. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Ward operating from the gun. Sheds off the tackle. And this will be incomplete.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
From the gun, Ward. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Now, Barney! Over!
On second down, here's Penny. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Penny, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the loss of a yard, and now second and 11 from the 24-yard line.
Gone! Detroit!
Wood now to throw on second down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Throwing on first down. Wood. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
A handoff to Penny. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
and he'll try to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. Gone.
Wood from the gun, he'll throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. In for the score. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Ward to throw on 3rd down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ward now, off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Wood on first down. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Set! Blue 90! Blue!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Wood. Looking to throw on second down. That's caught by Penny. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Here's Wood on 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Detroit!
Wood now to throw on 2nd down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moore goes underneath for Bell. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round.
To throw is Ward, operating from the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now Ward throwing after the interception. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Ward going to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kaiser White. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's a give to Penny. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Penny showing folks he was indeed worth the 1st-round pick as the Seahawks come up on 1st down.
Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Flex round!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Ward, throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play on 3rd there for the Steelers. 45 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll run it here. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game, really at the point of attack. The offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Ward now. From the gun, he'll throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with us. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look, well, all right, never mind. 3rd quarter action now. This fielded at the 2. He spins free. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Lucky 56.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Out, 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 out. Check.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Oh, now he bowls him over. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. This is Bell on the dump off. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun. Moore. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. The 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and through, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Ward. Looking to throw on second down. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now a handoff looking right. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They're spinning away. And now running right through it. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Hey. Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Now Ward, operating from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have recovered.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Here we
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, Barney, Barney.
The handoff, running left is Penny. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Back to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Detroit, Detroit. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. DJ Reader in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now they try the right side here. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Ward from the gun, he'll throw. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cameron Hayward able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And the Steelers set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
36. Ohio, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
Last stop.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9.
That boy's got 4 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys
I'm a little
skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, That rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
you.